Here we go. These zit stickers have been popping up all over the internet, and zits have been popping up all over my face, and chest, and back. It's wonderful. Today we are going to try out the ZitSticka Killa patches. These are little patches that have micro darts in them that are supposed to pierce underground zits and deliver some active ingredients to them. So let's see if they actually work, if they are worth the price, and if they are able to help me out with some of these underground zits that I have been experiencing. It took so much willpower out of me to not use these the second they arrived in the mail. This is my first time trying them, and I'm excited and a little bit nervous because they're supposed to have these micro darts in them, and I don't know if they're going to sting or not. The usage directions say to clean the target site, apply the ZitSticka Killer, and leave on for 2+ hours. Now it does say in some of the little pamphlets and in some of the little literature that it works best overnight. So I just got out of the shower. I just cleaned my face in the shower and got ready for bed. I have done everything except for my skincare routine. And that's why overnight we are going to be trying these out. I've spoken about this before, but I'm kind of skeptical when it comes to overnight fixes. And the reason why is because it takes time for zits to develop in your skin. It takes time for your skin to renew itself. And usually things that claim immediate results are kind of bogus because that's just not how biology works. However, seeing as this is not meant for whiteheads or blackheads, but it says that it's specifically targeting underground zits, and seeing as it does have these little darts and the ingredients are pretty damn good, there's potential here, but let's see if the proof is in the pudding, or if the proof is in the patch, if you want to get technical about it. The first thing it says is to swipe the area clean. I'm going to be using this cleaning swab, and at first I thought this was just an alcohol swab, but it actually has some other ingredients in here. It does have alcohol. Again, alcohol can dry you out in skincare, so don't use it all over, but for targeted, it's totally fine, and it's used a lot in medicine to clean specific areas. It's got that salicylic acid we know and love, tea tree oil, which is antibacterial, as well as vitamin E, which is nourishing and can help with scar reduction. And so to test this out properly, I'm actually going to try it on a few of the different underground zits that I currently have. So swipey, swipey. I'm opening a second one just so I don't spread dirt or bacteria. And something that's pretty interesting right off the bat is that I was expecting this to sting, kind of like alcohol does. This really doesn't sting that badly, which is nice. So I've got this breakout going on, and the ZitSticka claims that they target the underground and upcoming blind or hormonal zits, which is what I've got. So I'm going to apply the Microdart patches to this area to try to catch them before they explode all over my face. So then next we have these little zit sticker patches, and the ingredients are hyaluronic acid. You know I love that because it is a humectant. So what's nice is that I think they're trying to add some hydration to the skin so it doesn't dry you out while you're wearing them. It does have oligopeptide 76, that is a peptide, and we've learned a little bit about these. They're used a lot in anti-aging, and some science potentially says that they could help rebuild the skin, especially when it comes to scar tissue or with wrinkles. So it's nice that they include that in here. It does have salicylic acid, which is FDA approved for the treatment of acne and zits, and it's also got that niacinamide. Niacinamide is our B vitamin that we know and love, and it could potentially help with oil production control, meaning if you are a grease bucket, like yours truly, this ingredient can help your skin self-regulate so it doesn't overproduce oil. Wow! It comes protected in like this little plastic container just so that you don't touch the actual thing. Kind of sad from an environmental perspective, but in medicine there's actually a lot of plastic waste. So here we have the little medicated patch. Kind of looks like a band-aid, but you can peel off the edges. But the coolest part is that there are literally tiny darts in here. This is what I'm kind of nervous about because I wonder if they sting. So the way this is supposed to work is that you press these on, these little micro darts go down to the heart of the zit, where they then deliver the active ingredients and then dissolve over the course of 2 hours. And again, it says best results used overnight while you're sleeping, so that's what we're gonna do. Alrighty, here we go. It didn't hurt as bad as I was expecting it to. I definitely felt the darts. Once it was on for like 10 seconds, that went away, but I felt like I felt them entering my skin. But when I did look at them, they're not super long. I was expecting it to hurt a lot more. I was expecting it to kind of feel like microneedling, but it really didn't. They're also way more invisible than I thought. When I saw them like in person, they look super huge, but they're a lot more invisible than I thought they would be. So that's actually really nice. One other thing is that they're a lot stickier than I expected them to be as well. It's basically like super glue for your face. I've tried other patches before that didn't have the same stickiness and would actually fall off throughout the day, but I feel like because of the size and the surface area and how tacky the adhesive was, this ain't going anywhere. And I wanted to read up a touch more online, and it actually says that you can wear foundation or concealer over the little patch if you need to, which is cool. It does say that the ZitSticka Killers don't work on whiteheads and blackheads as well, which is kind of sad, but my assumption behind that is that whiteheads and blackheads are kind of already at their end stage by the time they're showing up, whereas the deep hormonal zits are the ones that are the hardest to get to. And the fact that these have little microdarts specifically targets those. Also, I didn't realize this, but apparently the oligopeptide 76 is actually an antimicrobial peptide. So they're really trying to target the oil with the salicylic acid, the bacteria with this peptide, and then the niacinamide could even be used for redness and irritation. So I like their ingredient choices. That being said, it is time to go to bed, and in the morning we'll wake up, take these little patches off, and see how things turned out. Good morning! I started getting ready, and about halfway through doing my hair, I realized that I had forgotten that these were on my face. So I don't sleep as much as I should. It's been about 6.5, maybe 7 hours. So we have used these all night as directed, and before washing my face or doing anything to it, we are going to remove these and see how they did. What I'm looking for is redness control and also decreased pain and size. And one note, I was not woken up at all during the night because of pain or anything. I honestly can't even feel these on my face unless I like touch my face and search for them. They did not fall off on the pillow, which was actually pretty great. The only thing I'm skeptical about is that this has not been a ton of time. Normally my skin does not respond very quickly, so we shall see how this goes. It is time for the big reveal, so let's peel each one of these off. I'm also pretty happy that I chose to test these out on multiple zits, just to see if the patches work better on one area of my face than another. What's also kind of weird is that on the inside of the patch, the darts have definitely dissolved. They're supposed to dissolve in the zit in your skin, so okay, cool, they did. But it almost leaves like this gel patchiness to it. Whew, it's kind of interesting. Doesn't smell like anything. So here is the after, and I'm actually really impressed. The redness decreased a lot. The zit is still kind of there. It was never a hugely raised one, which is why I'm glad I tested multiple areas, but overall the redness is really gone down, which is fantastic. This one also didn't hurt, but the one under the jaw definitely did, so let's remove that one next. This under the jaw one was also the most painful. This one definitely looks more red. The most interesting thing is that the size, like how big it was sticking out, has visibly decreased, and on top of that, the pain is completely gone. This is one of those that kind of hurt under the skin initially, especially because it's super hormonal. It almost looked like the patch maybe helped dissolve the very top layer of skin, the stratum corneum, those keratinocytes, but I'm not totally sure. Overall, I can't feel it. This one is just a lot redder. This is our last one. Let's do the peely peely. What's amazing is that it's completely flat. There's still a bit of redness there, but the flatness is nice. I'm really happy with the first side. The first side, the redness is completely gone. It's as if it disappeared. The underneath the jaw one was also pretty good because the pain is no longer there. This one, it's flat, which it wasn't before, but that's really all I can say about this side. Maybe it has something to do with the side that I slept on, because applying extra pressure to this side of the face maybe had something to do with blood flow or how my skin dissolved it. Here's the thing, the ZitSticka Killers come with 16 pieces in a pack, and a pack is like $30. And initially when I posted about this on Facebook, I actually had it in my shopping cart, but I just hadn't clicked checkout because I know it's only $30, but $30 can still be a lot, especially being a skeptic about overnight treatments. I wasn't sure if it was worth the money. But when one of my friends who I used to work with in LA told me she was working at ZitSticka and they were doing partnerships, I said, yeah, I'm gonna test this out. I'm going to actually track what happens, document what happens, and see how I feel at the end. So let's talk pricing, results, and experience. First off, I am a huge fan of the ingredients. I think that for a company, this is also vegan and cruelty-free, includes a lot of my favorite ingredients and even a new peptide that I haven't heard of. A+. When it comes to the packaging, again, that's a little bit disappointing because there's a little bit more plastic than I'd like. But the good thing is that because of the size, I can take them kind of travel size. And then on top of that, let's be honest, we're dealing with acne. We don't want to spread dirt or bacteria to these pimples. So the application has to be individually packaged like this so that you never touch the pimple, even to put the patch on. They were really good about packaging that. The pricing and whether or not it's worth it financially depends on the experience. So we'll touch on that first. And the experience, I love the side that I did not apply pressure on when I was sleeping. I mean, this first zit is almost completely gone. The redness has totally toned down. The bumpiness has toned down great. The only one that I really had pain to begin with was the one underneath the jaw. The redness there looks just about the same, if not a little bit more. If anything, the zit looks slightly more exfoliated, but the bumpiness has completely gone down and the pain is non-existent, which I'm really happy about because seeing as this was literally microdarts, I was kind of expecting there to be more pain. I'm glad there wasn't. This side that I did apply pressure on because I slept on this side did not seem to go as well. The redness is still there. The good thing is that the actual swelling of the underground zit went down. The only thing is that this one was not painful to begin with, so I don't have any data points on that. So for $30, is this something that I would honestly put back in my cart, purchase, and continue to use? Yes, it is. I have not found an overnight pimple remedy that actually works in years. And again, if you actually want to look at YouTube, my old, I posted a video on like my 20-hour overnight pimple removal routine, and it was kind of dumb because it took like 8 steps. And yes, it kind of worked, but it did not treat the pain of my pimples and it did not treat the redness. It just treated the severity of the bumpiness. This, I do feel like, targets all three. I would say that the redness is the only thing that it does not do phenomenally. A little bit of redness is left over. $30. That is pretty steep per treatment, I'm not gonna lie. But if you have underground zits that are painful, it is worth it to take down that pain. Especially if you're breaking out right before a big event or you have something really important to do the next day, like a date, a holiday party, a photo shoot, taking a picture for an international driver's license. I don't know your life, but whatever that one thing is, if you're like, oh my god, I'm breaking out right before this big event, this is when this would totally come in handy. I would not use this as a part of my routine like every single day because I get way too many pimples to do that, but on the painful ones or on the big honkers that are popping up at the most inconvenient time and that pulsate and hurt, that's what this is for. And then I feel like I'm getting my money's worth and using the product strategically. Do me a favor and that like button and make sure that you whoosh that subscribe button if you haven't already. I love you, beautiful butterflies, and if you enjoyed this video, there's another one you might like that is right here. Click it. Always remember to be beautiful inside and out, and I cannot wait to see you in the next video. Love you guys. Bye.